Well, good morning, Pastor Robbie, George, Archdale Baptist Full Gospel Church, coming to you this morning from the city of Greensboro on this Thursday morning. It is January the 8th, 2026. It would have been Elvis Presley's 91st birthday today. So Elvis Presley, born on this day 91 years ago, and now he has been, I guess, dead longer than he lived, and it was a sad situation with him. But this morning I'm going to be reading from 1 Corinthians again, chapter 4, with our theme on stewardship on this Thursday morning. 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 1 and 2. Let a man so account of us as of the ministers of Christ and stewards of the mysteries of God. Moreover, it is required in stewards that a man be found faithful. So may the Lord add the blessing to the reading of His holy word, coming to you from the city of Greensboro here, just east of the airport here on Wendover Avenue. Heading back to High Point here. I have a second load that I'm going to get that's going to Burlington. Just finished up the first load this morning in the city of Colfax. But this morning we talked a little bit yesterday about physical health and how we are to be good stewards over our physical health by exercise, diet, and these type of things, what we put into our bodies, and that will benefit or negate the healing and the physical health and those kinds of things. And so I know a lot of us are starting the new year off with diets and exercise and things that we're starting out with good intentions, and we'll see how far they get. I know when we were at the gym last Friday and Saturday at the YMCA there in the Archdale Trinity area, that gym was a whole lot fuller than it'll be, say, 3 weeks from now, and definitely 6 weeks from now. We've seen the process in years past, and people buy memberships to gyms and they never use them, but maybe once or twice. But we're seeing that process play out. But there's been a lot of talk in recent years of mental health, and it is a real situation. We do have a mental health crisis here in our country, and it does need to be addressed, and biblically addressing it is the best way, and we are to take and be good stewards of our mental health as well. That means not being burdened down with more than we can do and taking on more responsibility than we know that our mental health can handle. And it's okay to say no sometimes. Our family may not even understand it, but sometimes when we need to take a break and take a mental break, go into our room and take a break and maybe get the scriptures out and read them, or just sit and think, or just take some quiet time or watch TV, whatever it is. That's okay, and we need to realize that we don't need to, we've been in ministry now for 12 years. October will be our 13th anniversary in the ministry, and during that season of being in ministry, trying to work a job, taking on 4 pastoral roles at these churches, 3 of which were 1 Southern Baptist, 2 Independent Baptist, but we really seen when we began to pastor these churches, trying to work 50-hour weeks, sometimes more, and these kinds of things, and then trying to pastor a church and seeing the responsibility factor and the expectations of people. Most of the time we let them down with their expectations because it was affecting our mental health once we got into these positions and realized, trying to work a job, trying to take care of family and provide for a family. Our God comes first, our family is second, our careers are third place on the agenda, and then the church would be the 4th place, and then ourself last. That is the way God has ordered our life, or should be ordered. And so we really seen that when we began to pastor churches, and like I say, the expectations of people on their pastors, or what they thought a pastor should be, when they should be available, and they should. We really seen it play out in this last church. And we just we had changed careers and started our third pastorship at the same time, and unknowing at the time that I had chosen a job. I was going to have to get up at 11 o'clock, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, every morning of the week, Sunday night through Thursday night, Friday, however you look at it, from 6:30 on Sunday night to 3:15 on Friday afternoon. My life was given to my job, and then I took on this pastorship position, and it didn't work out, needless to say. And but we need to really be thinking in this new year about our mental health, and take those mental breaks when we need to, and not allow the frustrations and the stress and everything in this life to get us down to where we're depressed, and where we're distant from people, distant from God, and distant, just going somewhere other than to the throne of grace to find our help. And so just take care of your mental health in this new year. God bless your physical health as well. And Pastor Robbie coming to you this morning on this beautiful morning. It was a little cool, maybe around 39 degrees to begin on what will be a 70-degree day, but it is not 70 degrees right now. And that sun is trying to do its thing, but it's not warmed up enough. But we're getting ready to head on back to High Point. And God bless you today. Pastor Robbie coming to you from the city of Greensboro.